Hi everyone and welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Hot Toys Spider-Man red and blue suit. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the Hot Toys MMS680 Spider-Man red and blue suit, or the final swing suit from the end of the movie Spider-Man No Way Home. So it's kind of got that classic red and blue look. Of course, the blue is kind of a glossy, more of a flashy blue as opposed to the matte blue, and again that's personal preference, but it is screen accurate, although we didn't see it that much. This is the deluxe version, and it comes with a kind of a snow-capped base based on kind of a New York roof style. So these are just the sides of the box, just kind of emphasizing there that that's kind of a bit rough there, that part that I was touching. There's some sort of like it's hard to describe. It's like it's not smooth. It's just kind of a raised kind of a texture on the bottom part of the sides of both sides of the box. So remove the slip cover, and then you just have your typical window as most Hot Toys would have, revealing the figure underneath. And you can see the eyes and the head sculpt and the mask that it comes with, that material mask for when you're displaying the head sculpt and you maybe want to have them holding the mask. Alright, so it's getting rid of the actual box now and the cover, and I've removed the plastic for some key pieces of the accessories here. So obviously you can really see the shine of that blue there. The red really pops, and I really like the webbing. You can see the top of the kind of chimney of that snow-capped chimney base. You see the sculpt there. Closer look at the sculpt. This sculpt, I think the sculpt is incredible. I think they've absolutely nailed Tom Holland's look here. They've nailed the likeness of the look. I really like what they've done with the jawline here. The kind of seam where the head rotates is just kind of a natural underneath the jaw, so it hides a bit better. And of course you still have that little bit of the material from the suit coming up, but really think they've nailed the likeness. Now the lighting I'm using here is a little bit harsh. Probably should have dialed it back a bit, so that's why I'm moving it around and angling it. You can kind of see it's a little bit washed out from the light that I was using there, so I apologize for that. On the top as well, the sculpted hair looks fantastic. It does have the separate rolling eyeballs features, but yeah, no matter what angle I'm using here, it's just fantastic head sculpt to Tom Holland. I'd rate this really highly, actually. One of the best Hot Toys sculpts I've seen in a long time. It's a young guy as well. We know they're very good at nailing the likeness of older characters, but yeah, he's a pretty young, fresh-faced younger man. So this is the suit itself. So no poses, nothing like that, nothing fancy. Literally just holding up and down. The mask looks good. I really like the lenses. There's no kind of dodgy seam or anything like that we've seen in some of the Tobies. The mask, I think I used this. I think I filmed this a day or two ago, but pretty sure it's material on the mask as well. Material on the suit, obviously, but the hands are still plastic, and that's kind of common with these Spider-Man figures. I don't understand why they can't just make the hands material as well. So the back, you see obviously that red spider on that very, very shiny, shimmering kind of blue, which I actually quite like. Look, it's screen accurate. I liked it in the movie, but I can understand people want that more of a classic look. But and I've heard a lot of people saying the blue has grown them. All right, so I'm just going to take a look at everything that this guy comes with. So you can see here, just have the box in the background. I have him standing straight up and down with the fist poses. There you've got that snow-capped rooftop diorama, really Christmassy in my opinion. You've got a ladder, you've got like an extractor fan, some sort of a bin as well there, and a chimney. You can see a bunch of other accessories here, the normal stuff, the swap out hands, the webs, the eyes, but taking a quick look at that figure. I think just looking at it here, I really like the way the light is kind of illuminating the left side, or well, the right side of Spider-Man's face there, and it's kind of shadowing the left, so you kind of see like what it looks like in kind of brighter light and what it would look like in a bit dark or shadowed area. I really like the proportions here. The boots are good too as well. You do have the toe articulation, obviously ankle articulation, and it doesn't have to have that. Doesn't seem to have that pinching issue, so it doesn't kind of bunch in the middle. This lighting here as well, I just think is working wonders for this sculpt. The hair looks darker, not as washed out as a previous footage I've shown you in this review. It looks great from the both profiles there. I think they've done an absolutely great job at capturing the likeness of the actor Tom Holland. Of course, like I said, does have the separate rolling eyeballs feature. So that's the head sculpt, and does have that neck piece as well. Here we go. Not been a bit aggressive with that neck sculpt there. Just that it doesn't really rest properly. This is the little adjuster for the separate moving eyeballs, separate rolling eyeballs features, SIRS. Just to basically move the eyeballs. Used to be parallel rolling system, but I think it broke easily. I love this diorama. A lot of the times the HotToys diorama, they arrive and they really kind of soften from prototype to product, but the paintwork is great in this, the texture is great, even the snow, it looks even, but if you look closely, just like snow would fall, it's not perfectly even. It makes it a bit harder if you're posing it without the crotch grabber ending. There's no real crotch grabber with this actually, there's like a dynamic stand which plugs in the back, and then you've got the pole, but I'm not actually going to use it. Really like that diorama, glad I went for the deluxe version. This is just a mask, just material mask, and you have the obviously that really vibrant red. You've got the webbing, you've got the two lenses on it as well. Interestingly, they've included a bunch of swap out lenses with this, but I don't think, should he necessarily have that if he made this himself? Does he have the nanotech, or doesn't have the Stark tech anymore? So you can see at the back there that place where you plug in or screw in the dynamic kind of flight stand or dynamic pole as well, that you can see here wrapped in plastic. As usual, HotToys provide two kind of wrist pegs. Hopefully I won't need them, just in case I break any, but it's nice to have them there. Then you got like a bunch of swap out hands. You've got kind of web shooting hands, you've got web holding hands, you've got the little web shooters as well, kind of open hands, various different types of hands there, so a decent enough selection. Of course, then you have these lenses I was talking about, because if you notice, like obviously the Stark tech in Tom Holland's, the lens is opened and closed to show expression, whereas it wouldn't really have that with Toby and Andrew. And now that he made this suit and he's back to basics, this should technically just have the wide open lenses, but look, they just included them maybe because they didn't want people complaining. I'm glad they improved or included them as well, so you can either choose to use them or not to use them. I'll probably keep the wide ones on, they're my favorite look. Just in case you're wondering, I think they've done a great job with this neck joint. So you can just pop the Spider-Man head sculpt straight on, or you can take, sorry, so to say the mask sculpt straight on, it's the one piece, or you can have this, there's two separate parts to this. There's the head, which you can pop off to gain access to the separate rolling eyeballs feature. Then of course you got that clips into a neck, and then you've got the seam with a little bit of the suit on the bottom. So just in case you're wondering, maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you're kind of new to HotToys and maybe you're considering picking up the Spider-Man, they're magnetic eyes, they're really easy to remove. You just literally pop down a bit of pressure on that top section, that little pointy section of the lens, and the other side pops right up. It is magnetic, it's really easy just to take off. So this is how I had him displayed, and obviously I've masked him up there because I wanted to take some photos of that for the start of this video, but I gotta say, this is the way I'm going to display him. He looks incredible. The head sculpt, the likeness, the sculpted hair, the separate rolling eyeballs function, the neck looks natural, the joint on the neck looks natural. I mean, you can barely see it obviously from this angle, a bit more obvious from the side, but really good job on that jaw. I love the little neck piece. Bit of manipulating there to make sure the lines in the neck piece match up with the lines in the main suit. Love the proportions of that black spider on the chest. Love the proportions, the color of the red. It really pops in those web lines. And I really like the blue, and not only the tone, but the fact that it is shiny. I know a lot of people don't like that. Even this is how like I was always going to have this posed. I wanted to show off that head sculpt. I wanted to use that diorama base. Big fan of it. I wanted him holding that material mask. All in all, this is an incredible figure. The diorama base, you can see here, they haven't pulled any punches here. It's highly detailed. There's some great, it's well sculpted, it's well painted, there's texture on it. Like even the snow, it's not level like I was saying. It's kind of rough as well. Like I haven't pushed this. I tend not to push, I don't really do articulation on my videos because I tend to skip through articulation when I watch reviews. So unfortunately, like if you wanted a really dynamic pose here, this isn't the review. But look, this is the way I have them displayed. This is the way I'm going to have them displayed for the foreseeable future. I think this is an absolutely incredible figure. Love it. I would recommend. Okay folks, that's the end of this video, but before I finish this video, just want to take this opportunity to say a massive shout out to Lion Rock Toys. They're the Hong Kong based reseller that sold me this particular product. They do free worldwide shipping, they have a user friendly website, and they offer excellent customer service. So if you're considering picking up any Hot Toys figures or third party, maybe give them a shout and consider them. That's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment, and also maybe consider becoming a channel member. You can also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.